Okay, Hireling, I just wanted to hurry up and get this in before your vacation deadline ended, but I wanted to make sure that the Transfiguration story is in there. You believe it's very important to your story of you being Elijah, and I think it's important in other ways, and I've asked questions about it, and you haven't really given me any good answers. Alright, we're going to start here at Mark 9, verses 1 and 2. And everybody's heard this one before. And he said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that there be some of them that stand here, which shall not taste of death, till they have seen the kingdom of God come with power. And these are the words right here. And after 6 days, Jesus taketh with him Peter and James and John, and leadeth them up into a high mountain apart by themselves. And he was transfigured before them. Okay, when I ask my question is, how many days after Jesus said, Verily I say unto you, that there be some of them that stand here, which shall not taste of death? How many days after he said those words did they go up the mountain? Mark 9 says it was 6 days.
16 hours ago from Change of Plan. Hello there, Hireling. I have a question for you regarding the Transfiguration and when it took place, if you would care to interpret it for us. Mark 9:2 states that the Transfiguration even took place 6 days after the words from verse 1 were written. Mark 9:1-2, verse 1. And he said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that there be some of them that stand here, which shall not taste of death, till they have seen the kingdom of God come with power. And after 6 days, Jesus taketh with him Peter and James and John, and leadeth them up into an high mountain, apart by themselves, and he was transfigured before them. What I'm saying is that he let them know, but it was not a permanent transfiguration, but only to let them know what would happen later. Like giving them a little perk.
Now Matthew, they printed it differently. This is Matthew, but they printed it differently. Their cutoff guide I think he made a mistake. Verse 28 should have been verse 1. But anyways, you'll get what I mean. Because it says, Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death, till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Now that was the same as Mark 9 verse 1, correct? And it also says, And after 6 days Jesus taketh Peter, James, and John his brother, and bringeth them up into a high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them. It is the exact same thing. So my question was, how many days after Jesus said, Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death. How many days after Jesus said that did they go up the mountain? The answer would be 6 days. Easy enough.
And Matthew even agrees with Mark and says that it was 6 days. Mark 16:28, Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Mark 17:1, and after 6 days Jesus taketh Peter, James, and John his brother, and bringeth them up into a high mountain. But what I don't understand, Hireling, and I hope, meaning that he doesn't believe that I can do, or that this will happen, and I hope that you could get back to me with an answer. Every time he's saying, I hope, it's a declaration that he does not believe. He already established this in other part of the conversation recorded on my other videos.
But I asked Hireling, what's going on here? Is there a parable? Or are they not talking about the same event? Because Luke 9:28, we have something a little different here. It says, But I tell you of a truth, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the kingdom of God. We can all agree that it's the same verse that started the other two Gospels there. 28, And it came to pass about 8 days after these, saying, He took Peter and John and James and went up into a mountain to pray. Why does this say 8 days? I asked him.
But what I don't understand, Hireling, and I hope that you could get back to me with an answer, would be this. What is the significance of Luke telling everybody that it was 8 days after and not 6? Luke 9:27-28. But I tell you of a truth, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the kingdom of God. And it came to pass about an 8th day. I tell you of a truth, and it came to pass about an 8 days, and it came to pass about an 8 days, after these saying, he took Peter and John and James and went up into a mountain to pray. Why wouldn't Luke agree with Matthew and Mark's version of the story being only 6 days after? Why was Luke's version 8 days? Was this separate transfiguration event, a separate transfiguration event that Luke was speaking of? Please interpret it, if you could, for us. I tell you of a truth, there be some standing here, and it came to pass about an 8 days after these saying. So obviously you've got already your answer. And it came to pass about an 8 days after these saying. So obviously you've got already your answer.
And he got caught up. He read it a couple times, and then he just says, "You've got your answer. I know you want more, but I've given you hours upon hours."
So obviously you've got already your answer. Obviously you've got already your answer. I know you want more, but I gave you already how many hours?
You haven't given me hours upon hours of any answers. I can tell you that much, Hireling. I would like a couple seconds of answers, actually, but the ones I get, they're just twisted stories. And once I tell everybody how you got Mary Ann's plant on top of that printer as stifling the press so nobody will get news about what's going on, that's a winner of a story. Can't wait to see what that one derived from. But please tell me that. Please tell me the difference between the 6 days and the 8 days. Or is there a difference? I asked you almost 6 times, if not more. And I don't get anything. Just dodged.
What I'm saying is that he let them know, but it was not a permanent transfiguration, but only to let them know what would happen later.